Do your job.
This video is brought to you by GoDaddy. Enter code HUB749 for domain name discount, HUB20 for 20% off hosting plans, and code HUBFILE for discount off of online file folder plans.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit.
Marcos Vegas for FightUpTV.com, standing here with Manny Bam Bam Lara, upcoming fighter with a 4-1 record, training out of here of the Rain Training Center, home to Mark Munoz, Jason Mayhem Miller, and other UFC and MMA big promotion fighters. Manny, thank you for taking the time out and doing this interview with us. And 4-1, you just knocked out your most recent opponent in 21 seconds, I believe. Talk to me a little bit more about that victory.
Thanks for having me. It was an awesome victory. It was probably the biggest test of my life. He was a former King of the Cage super heavyweight champion, and I was able to knock him out in 21 seconds. And I mean, it was an awesome feeling. I broke my hand in the process, as you can see, but you know, it was well worth it.
Tell me a bit about this guy that you fought. You mentioned he's a super heavyweight champion. So I would take it, you know, he was a defending champion for a bit.
Yeah, he defended his belt about 4 times for King of the Cage, and he's an awesome fighter, great champion. But you know, everyone wins, everyone loses, and you know, he wants to do a rematch. But I'm actually going down to 205, so I want bigger and better challenges for myself, and you know, I just want to keep competing and keep getting better.
So for those people that don't know too much about you, give me a little bit about your backstory, where you come from, and how'd you fell into fighting.
I was born in East LA.
East Los.
I grew up in Huntington Park. Moved.
Whoa, he grew up in Huntington Park.
Yep. And then moved to Orange County when I was, however old you are when you're in 6th grade.
Good choice.
And then I came down here and was a bit of a troublemaker and got in a lot of fights. Thought I was, you know, cool, and thought I was hard because I could beat people up in the street. And my first coach was actually one of my jiu-jitsu coaches was a Cambodian guy his name was Pele, and he was like 5'6", like 140, and he just walked circles around me and whooped my butt. And I wanted to learn how to do what he did to me because I respected it so much. And I earned a completely different respect for fighting, knowing what it is to train and eat right and diet and work hard and dedicate yourself to the sport. And I've loved it ever since, and you know, it's going to continue to grow.
Now talk to me about training with the guys over here at Rain Training Center. Like I mentioned, Mark Munoz, Jason Mayhem Miller. How have those guys, and you can be specific, you'd be like, hey, Mark's helped me a lot with this and Jason's helped me a lot with that, but tell me, how have the guys here helped you?
Just training with the name that they carry and the caliber fighter that they are is just off the hook. I mean, these guys are world-renowned fighters, wrestlers, champions, and it's just people like Mark Munoz, like you said, Jay Silva, Brett Cooper, Jason Mayhem Miller, Krzysztof Soszynski, and just to name a few. You know, there's guys coming in and out of here all the time, and to be able to work with these guys is taking my game to that next level. You know, I was never really big on training with names when I was at my previous gym, thinking, you know, if I work hard and if I dedicate myself hard enough, I can make it to the UFC. But working with these guys, I now realize that I'm in a much better position because they have a name for a reason, and the way they carry themselves is just off the chain, you know. So being able to humble myself and come in here, it's not fun getting your butt whooped by these type of guys every day, but you know, it's definitely a blessing, and I appreciate Mark for taking me in and letting me be part of his Rain family, and it's awesome, man.
So ultimately, what do you want to do with your fight career? Because you're still pretty young in your career with a record of 4-1.
I just want to keep fighting, man. I want to get on Strikeforce challengers. I want to get the belt. If Strikeforce is still around, then I want to go to the UFC and try to touch John Jones's chin with his 84-inch reach. And yeah, man, I want to keep fighting. I want to win. I want to be the champion. I want to be the best in the sport. And you know, if Mike Tyson could do it, I could do it. But yeah, that's what I want to do, man. I want to get to the UFC, just like every other fighter does that wants to be the best in the world. And you know, first I have to test myself. So Strikeforce, Bellator. If you guys need a crazy 205er, dream, anywhere in Japan. If you guys need a crazy 205er, give me a call. Call the gym. I don't have a manager. Call me.
Manny Bam Bam Lara, thank you very much.
Thanks for having me, man. Everyone go check out FightHubTV.com.